we have here a LED lamp, and we can try to draw the circuit diagram for this one. And it happens this is very easy to open, so you can turn and you can open it very easily. There are two screws fixing the board. The yellow block should be a capacitor for the high voltage side, 240 watts. And if you look at here, you can see it's a little bit clearer. So that's one capacitor, the yellow block capacitor. If you look at this size, you can see there are some connections. I think there's two connections from here and here. It's connected to the bottom, these two, I think. And also you can see, not very clearly, there's another capacitor. Okay, you see the capacitor, there are two wires in front of the yellow block, the capacitor. At the bottom there is another capacitor, electrolytic capacitor. So this is for the DC size. So now we can try to draw a circuit diagram. Touch the hold a little bit. Okay, so we can use the multimeter. We switch it to maybe this other mode. Make sure it's okay. So we can trace the circuit to draw a diagram. So like if we have AC main power, these two, so we can trace which this one connected directly, and it seems it's directly connected to that one. So if we think of that, so we can try to measure. So that's connected. And this point is also connected. So we can see, we can draw from this main power, connect to this resistor, connect to this capacitor, one side. That's another side for the AC capacitor. This side, if we touch, there's nothing. So we have this this bridge, rectifier. We have resistor, and these 2 points, another electrolytic capacitor. If we check this input, so you can see this one connected directly to here, to this bridge. So by doing this, so we can check one by one. Sometimes maybe we can confirm with ohm mode, but I think this, for direct connection, we can use this buzzer to check all the direct connection. All around we have 10 LED, so we'll try to draw a diagram of this. So we can see on this board we have the R2, R1 labeled DB1, and R3, R4. So we can draw a similar diagram like this. So the arrangement, including arrangement, what I have got here, arrangement, and we labeled everything copied from the printed circuit board with paint coverage. This is not easy to see to the traces, but we will try to use the multimeter to do that. What I have found so far is that we have the main AC 240 volts get into this 2 points, and we have a high voltage alternate current capacitor, and that yellow one like a block, and we have another capacitor. It's electrolytic capacitor, and shapes like that. So it's all connected in this way. Now we're going to work out next using multimeter the other connections on this arrangement. So now we have checked all the connections, and we work out the component layout connections. All the connections we have worked out, and also we have checked the resistor 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3, 4, and each have 100 ohm. And this 104 label, that's the code for the surface mount resistor. And from the internet we found this is 100 kilo ohm, and 105 code, it is 1 mega ohm. And for this little rectifier, and we found this is a diode bridge rectifier, maximum current half amp, and maximum voltage is 1000 volts. So with this one, if we like, we can draw a diagram in normal way. So if we starting from this AC, so we can just draw AC, so that the main power 240 volts input, and after that we can check. So the AC connected to a resistor, and that's a capacitor, and then connects to our rectifier. So we can draw this one and connect to a capacitor and connect to resistor, and this resistor is actually labeled as R1, so we can see R1. There's no label for this capacitor, but I just call it a C1, and the C1 is the big block, the yellow one. So, and then it's connected to the diode bridge. We just draw it bigger diode bridge, and the diode bridge we have a positive output, so input to input, and we also work out this main connected directly to the rectifier bridge. So that connection, this size, and the other size we can see the positive to a resistor and to another electrolytic capacitor. So we can draw, we have resistor, this is negative points, and we have electrolytic capacitor, we call this capacitor 2, and this resistor actually R2, so this is actually labeled as R2. We label this as a C2. And then the positive, negative, from the negative side, we have this 2 resistor in parallel. So that's 2 resistor in parallel. That's the R3, R4, and then this connected to the LED, and all the LED connected around together to this, and the other side of a capacitor connect to this LED. So whatever we can see, all these are LED blocks. In each block there may be 3 LEDs. Whatever, we just draw this all LEDs. Just say they are LEDs. So we have 10 block. If each consists of 3, it's going to be 30 LEDs altogether. So that's going to be our diagram. So the values R1, R2, R3 we have there. And the value for capacitor, we haven't. We can unsolder the cable connection, this to lower 2, and we can lift it up and find out the capacitance. But maybe this is the 5 volts. If for different volts, the capacitance could be different. So that's the diagram we have with the component layout. It is easy when you check something, and this easier for understanding. So we have this normal diagram as well.